Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Ice.
Strategic back again. All right. Welcome to True Crime Strategic. I got an update for you guys. It's a real short live for you guys, but I wanted to bring this to your awareness. The family of the perpetrator in the DACARA Thompson case speaks out. And I got to tell you, like, I have a lot of empathy for them, but I totally understand what's happening right now because I have my views on what happened that night. And it's just my opinion. And my opinion is that based off of the evidence that we have read in the court documents, because we've gone over that in this show. So if you haven't seen that video, go to our archives, check out our DACARA Thompson case where we go over the actual arrest documents, police evidence, all that good stuff. It appeared to me as a professional detective that she put up quite the fight. But when you read the witness testimony from the family of Hernandez, the killer, or the alleged killer rather, they made it seem like there was just a couple of grunts, a little bit of noise, nothing big going on there, sound like consensual sex, and then nothing, and then lo and behold, the cops are on their doorstep asking them questions and searching their home. I don't believe that for 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. It clearly shows the evidence that DACARA put up a massive fight. There was probably a brawl in that house. There was blood everywhere. Her fingernails were missing because she was scratching this guy. This young woman fought for her life, and I find it hard to believe that she would do all of that in silence. Who fights in silence? Well, nobody fights in silence, but yet this family wants us to believe that they didn't hear anything of substance. And I think the reason why they want us to believe that they didn't hear anything in substance is because they don't want us to know the truth. In my opinion, that truth is they did not help DACARA, even though they heard her fighting for her life. Now, I think there's a reason for that. The reason why they didn't help her while she's fighting for their life is because they're illegal. And I'm not judging them for their status. I'm just telling you what my mind's eye tells me from my experience. Dealing with these communities, they live in a shadow. They live in fear that they're going to get deported. So they like to stay away from conflict, and they don't like reporting things to authorities. If they went in that room and saw that this guy was raping her or killing her or whatever, they would have to call the cops. And when they called the cops, what would probably happen? Maybe, just maybe, they felt that they would be exposed to immigration. But that is actually not true. Because in the United States of America, if you are a victim of a crime and you're here illegally, or you witness a violent crime, you are entitled to apply for what's called a U visa. And in all states, even hardline states like Texas and Florida, they will protect you if you're a material witness to a crime. So if they cooperated, it probably would have solved their legal status, but I think they're half cooperating. And since they're half cooperating, this is what happened. So the family's going to speak, but we're also going to hear what's happening to the family now. And once again, I have a lot of empathy for them. We're now talking about a family being separated, but I also believe in my heart of hearts that this family did not do right by DACARA Thompson. Let's listen.
Thompson was killed inside of a house on Cambridge Drive in Bowie, Maryland.
Rafael Sanchez Cruz has been covering the investigation there. Rafa, you spoke to the accused killer's cousin and learned some insight into how this arrest all played out.
Yeah, Lorenzo, Annie, this is a really layered case. So let me walk you through it. Yesterday, investigators executed a search warrant at this home right behind me. But today, there were federal agents back here to arrest a different man. Now, the cousin of Hugo Hernandez Mendez tells me that they found blood inside her cousin's bedroom, that blood belonging to DACARA Thompson.
Now, when we first covered this, I mean, and we read the witness testimony from the cousin, they made it seem like they lived in this huge mansion. They live in a small little bungalow, a small ranch-style bungalow. It's not that big. And all the bedrooms are probably located in the same area. And they want us to believe that they did not hear DACARA fighting for her very life. Hit that like button, please, people. Hit that like button.
It's in the side bedroom of this Bowie home where investigators say DACARA Thompson was killed.
Hold on here. Let's go back real quick so I can show you what the house looks like. You see that? Ranch style little bungalow house. Not much going on there.
Room of this Bowie home where investigators say DACARA Thompson was killed. I never thought a family member would do something like that. We are distraught. The cousin of Hugo Hernandez Mendez agreed to speak only if her face was not shown. We will call her Maria. She says her cousin, an immigrant from Guatemala, lived with her family and other relatives, but recently she rarely saw him and his behavior changed.
It's very unfortunate that we have to live in a society where...
Now, not only is he living with her family, she has a husband who has been arrested for immigration and multiple children. I think she has 3 or 4 kids. But other family members were living there. That that house was stacked with people. It was filled to the brim with people. It was probably over capacity, to be honest with you. But yet, all they want us to believe is that there was a sex noise and a grunting sound, and that's all they heard. Intercourse and grunting, and that's all they heard. Even though the evidence clearly shows that DACARA was fighting for her very life. I don't believe it, ladies and gentlemen.
Predators are always lurking.
Neighbors are still in shock.
I just felt that there was a need for me to come out and extend my condolences to the family.
Oh my goodness, it's connected.
Tracy Franklin says Maryland state troopers visited her home as part of the investigation.
I am very glad to see that coverage is happening and awareness of a young African-American woman missing, because a lot of times that doesn't happen.
Maria says her husband was also taken by investigators for questioning yesterday, but was released. This morning, she says federal immigration agents were back at their home, this time for her husband, who is an undocumented immigrant from Mexico. They did not have an order for my husband or a warrant for me. They simply handcuffed him and took him. Maria insists her husband...
So now she would not say, or a warrant for me, if she wasn't undocumented herself. So she probably has her own status going on. This is very sad because these folks have kids, man, and I don't wish this on my worst enemy, you know, but this is a reality of what happens when this kind of negativity is put on your house by people like your cousin, evil people. It's very, very sad stuff. Because most likely that husband's not coming back. He's from Mexico. She's from Guatemala. He's not coming back, most likely. He's going down to Mexico. And they might end up coming back for the mother as well. And now the kids will be left with a choice. Either they go back to Guatemala with their mother, or they stay with relatives in the United States of America and the mother gets deported as well. It's very, very sad. In no way are we glorifying this here on True Crime Strategic. This is a tragedy all the way around.
Do with the alleged crime. Her young children standing right next to her. She says her husband was taken despite his full cooperation in the criminal investigation. She has this message for DACARA's parents.
I
am a mother. I understand her mother and father. I have children. I hope God gives them strength through this difficult situation. I really lament that it was a family member of mine, my cousin. I am really sorry.
Yeah, we did reach out to ICE to know more details about the arrest of Maria's husband, but we have yet to hear back. Lorenzo, Annie, this community still processing this horrible tragedy. Back to you.
Heartbreaking conclusion. Raphael, thank you.
All right, so very, very, very interesting update in that case. We see more collateral damage happening because of the actions of Hernandez and what he did to DACARA. Now, I want to go over real quick and just play for you guys the response from the non-for-profit organization that DACARA worked for.
We're learning new details in the murder of 19-year-old DACARA Thompson out of Prince George's County. We told you after nearly 2 weeks of searching, her body was found in Anne Arundel County. Investigators announced that they arrested 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez and is being charged with first and second degree murder. We're now hearing from nonprofit Prince George's County, where DACARA served as a member of their team. They say, quote, that she carried a quiet presence, but her bright light touched all who had the opportunity to work with her. Through her role, she connected with our nonprofit community daily, and her impact will not be forgotten. We are devastated, hurt, sad, and angry by this tragic and senseless loss. Our hearts and prayers are with DACARA's family and loved ones during this unimaginable time.
All right, so very, very sad stuff. And over here is her fundraiser at GoFundMe. Their goal is $28,000. So far, they've raised $394, and this is towards her funeral expenses, etc. Says, dearest friends, family, and compassionate strangers, it is with profound sadness that we share the passing of our beloved DACARA Thompson. This sudden and tragic turn has left our family devastated. DACARA was a beautiful, kind-hearted young woman who brought joy to everyone around her, and her absence has created a void that words can't fill. During the days she was missing, she held on to hope, but now we must focus on honoring her memory with the dignified farewell she deserves. Your gracious support will help to cover funeral services and burial expenses. If ever there was a time to donate, they're not asking for a lot of money. Funerals are very expensive in the United States of America, especially when you want to send your loved one away with the dignity you believe that they deserve. And so $28,000, I would say, is about a little above average. That's how expensive funerals could be. $28,000 is a little above average. Maybe $25,000 is the average cost for a large funeral. So they're not asking for a lot of money at all. So if anybody has it in their heart to go and donate, please consider doing it. I would donate now, but obviously my personal information would show. So when I get off of this live stream, I will go and donate to this GoFundMe. Anyway, guys, I wanted to share that with you guys. This is very, very, very sad stuff. But the point is that I do believe with all my heart that the family heard her struggling and fighting for her life, and they did not do enough to protect her. They're not the culprits. They did not do this to her. I don't even believe that maybe they knew that she even was killed in that room. It's possible, but I don't think so. But I do believe that they heard a fight. I do believe they heard a commotion. I do believe they understood that something was happening behind closed doors that needed to be addressed, and they did not step up to the plate. And now, unfortunately for that family, a lot of scrutiny and a lot of, how should I say, well, things are coming full circle for them, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to just end up solving nothing and causing a whole lot more pain. But actions have consequences at times, and their inability to stand up for somebody in need at the moment is now resulting in their family being torn apart. Guys, I love you immensely. We'll have another live show today. It's just a little quick one. I'm about to head out, go handle some business. I'll see you guys on the next one. Strategic is out of here. Peace.